Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to a new day of Vesper5. You might notice that this computer has Windows XP, whereas, well, for the past few weeks it's been Windows 7. You might also notice that there's game sounds again. That's because I've gone back to my other computer so that we will be able to hear the game sounds again. Not that it makes a big difference, I guess, but it's nice having the ambient music there. But anyway, today, what we're going to do is move to the right into this mysterious final tunnel that we've got here. And we'll be one step closer to touching the plant. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's a disappointment. See, I was guessing that square that's just opened would have had a plant, and I guessed again that the plant would have been on the top, not the bottom. But there's no plant. Maybe there will be a plant on the next column of squares? But I don't know, because previously, if I remember correctly, at the very beginning pathway, if you will, that had the 4 plants, the plants were every 2 squares. No, wait a minute. No, they weren't every 2 squares, were they? Sorry, I made a mistake. It was plant, empty space, plant, which is, as far as we can see so far, what it is. So yes, tomorrow, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to touch the plant, see what that's all about, and possibly we're going to discover another plant. Don't quote me on that, but I reckon there'll be a plant, and I reckon it'll be on the top of the screen. But, oh, you know what? I just realized something. That last, what do you call it? Fork in the road that we just experienced, really didn't matter which way you went. Well, I don't know. I went the bottom way. I don't know if it would have made a difference. I think this way is the fastest way, actually, because of the fact that the plant's, closer to the bottom than it is to the top. But all the zigzagging that we did on the down area, would that slow us down? No, it would be the same, because both rows go the same distance to the right, and both rows go the same distance outwards to the up or down, depending on which path it is. So both would have taken the exact same amount of days to do, unless the entrance was closer to the top, and I believe it was. However, that would have been negated by the fact that I still would have had to move down to touch the green plant. So at the end of the day, basically, no, it wouldn't have mattered if we went up or down. So, well, I guess that contradicts my previous rule of thumb, which was the seemingly longer way will always net you the biggest gain. In this case, it didn't really matter. Although, when you think about it, by going the bottom way, I am now closer to the green plant, meaning it would take less squares to touch it. Although, in the grand scheme of things, it probably would take the same amount of days to touch it either way. But I still stand by my decision of going the longest way every time a fork in the road occurs. I don't know if we're going to get any more forks in the road. We are now on day 91? Or is it 92? I'm not sure what day it is now. But we know for a fact that it takes a minimum of 100 days to finish the game. We do not know whether or not that can just be going straight for the exit, or if you have to touch the artifacts. I'm beginning to think now that you don't really have to touch the artifacts in order to finish the game. I think that would be really a bit too punishing for the player, wouldn't it? If you get to the end and you can't finish, or maybe there's 2 endings. Maybe there's a good ending and a bad ending. Bad ending is, the good ending is if you touch all the artifacts, bad ending is if you don't touch them all. Maybe there's 3 endings. Maybe it's like Bioshock, where if you get all the artifacts, you get the good ending. If you get some of the artifacts, you get a middle ending, and if you get none of the artifacts, you get a bad ending. I don't know. Maybe there's no ending at all. Maybe this game just goes on forever. No, I know that doesn't happen. But the point I'm trying to make is that now that we're at 92, day 92, if we were going the fastest way possible, we would have less than 10 days in the clock. I know for a fact that we've got more than 10 days because of the nature of, well, just the thing that we did at the beginning of the game, for starters. Now, there are 1, 2, 3 squares in the screen that we can move to. Let's say there's 10. Okay. Now, we think that there's a plant on the next column. There might be 2 more blank spaces after that. Maybe another plant. Maybe 2 places after that and another plant. Maybe 4 plants, just like there was at the beginning. Then there might be a square of nothing, just like there is at the entrance to the thing. And then this, I'm just hypothesizing here. After that, it might, like at the beginning of the game where it was fully open and then it diagonalized, narrowed into the 2 column, it could diagonalize and widen out again. Now, if I remember correctly, as far as columns are concerned, there were 2 columns at the beginning that were 5 wide, or was it 3? And then there were 2 columns where it was not 5. Where am I getting 5 from? It's 6. Sorry, 6 wide. 2 columns where it was 4 wide, and then it narrowed in. So, taking all of that into account, I can then hypothesize that there is 1, 2, 3 squares that we can see so far. Another 3 for the next plant, the second plant. Another 3 for the third plant. Another 3 for the fourth plant, which gives our current tally up to 12. 13 for the exit of the 2 wide pathway, because that's 13. Then we've got another 2 for the 4 wide bit, so that's that brings up to 15, and then possibly, let's say, 3 more columns for the 6 wide, bringing us up to 18. So, by that hypothesis, okay, I can then theorize that there are about 18 squares left to go in the game if all we do is go to the right. Actually, that's wrong. Sorry, I'll start again. Well, then that's right. It'll be 18 squares if all we do is go to the right. However, I also guess that the second and fourth plant will be on the top, which will mean that we would have to take an extra day to go up to the second, and another day to go down to the third, and another day to go up to the fourth. So 3 more days, that gives us to 21. Let's add a couple more days just in case, and let's round up to 25. Okay, so my guess is we have a maximum of 25 days left in the game. If all the things that I've explained to you, that being there are 4 plants in this column, 2 are up, 2 are down, and then it winds out like it did at the beginning, then yes, we will have no more than 25 days left in the game. Time will tell if I'm actually correct or if I'm just talking out my ass, which I could well be. We don't know. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. So tomorrow we're going to touch that green thing and see what lies beyond. If there isn't a plant in the next column, then I don't know what's going to happen. So, exciting times. My name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.